Welcome back to 9446 Network for another Diecast review, and we've gotten to the point where we've reviewed so much modern stuff that it's now time to get into a classic Diecast. And today we're going to be reviewing the Steve Parks 2001 Pennzoil Looney Tunes Monte Carlo for DEI. And I really like this car, man. This is one of the classic diecasts that are in my collection right now. And my goodness, am I digging it. You can see the box detail is all 3D. It's a total concepts diecast. So we're going to be looking at what these total concept cars are like today with this video. So we're going to get this one ready to go. Even if it's handcrafted in China. You know, this diecast is very high quality for what it is. So we're going to show you guys this one. It's a Monte Carlo 400 diecast, and you guys know that these cars are kind of hard to get, the Monte Carlo 400. You have to go to these tents for NASCAR merchandise, and the most attractive cars sometimes are these Looney Tune cars, and the character cars in general. I have a couple Monte Carlo 400 cars. I don't have a lot of them, but I do have some. I have a Jeff Gordon, a Jimmy Johnson, and a Robbie Gordon, I think it is, or not Robbie Gordon, Mike Skinner, one of those two. And I have now this one that I found in my parents' collection. So we're going to get this one out of the box and give it a good show. Get it? A good show, and it's a Looney Tunes car. Wow, okay, that was really something, wasn't it? Gonna get this one out of the box. And I like the clamshell boxing. These are really useful. I wish the Authentics would be this way. And here's something we wish all the diecasts would be like. Bam! Here it is, folks. Steve Parks Pennzoil Looney Tunes. My god, this is such a nostalgic diecast. All these Looney Tune cars, man, they're just a reminder of my childhood, and my family loves this stuff. These cartoon cars, they're very popular within our collections in our family, right? Very, very common to see these. So number one, Monte Carlo, no DEI logo. Got the grill, the very highly detailed grill. Pennzoil, we got the little Tweety Bird and the little cat character. I forgot his name, so forgive me for that. Monte Carlo, Chevrolet, and he's pointing at the Chevrolet. Hey, look at this, this is a Chevrolet. It's not a Ford, it's not a Toyota, this is a Chevy. He's wanting to make sure people understand that as he's looking at that thing. So we got Moog, Clevite, Simpson, Edelbrock, Plant Labor. I can't really read what that says. Not really sure what those that other sponsor was. Moog, Clevite, Simpson, Edelbrock. That's the logo I was saying before. 76 NASCAR, Wicks, Goodyear right there. Winston Cup, True Value, Bud, Holly, Ray Bustus. Whatever that says right there. Goodyear, 3M, Autometer, Specs, I believe that says. Comp, Bowman, Gestel, Infograms. That's a NASCAR game company right there. Mechanic Square, EA Sports, NASCAR Race Car, Steve Parks' name with his logos. Champion, Coca-Cola, and I believe that's, was that Domino's? Can't really tell what that is. Number one, Snap-on, the little cat characters just tiptoeing down the stripes of the DEI logos right there, the stripes. Black side skirts. Nutter Butter, that's a cool sponsor right there, Nutter Butter. Pennzoil, We Care, I believe that's wow, that's a Miller logo? Wow, I didn't even know that. Looks like a Miller logo. We got the little K logo right there. We got the cat and the Tweety Bird getting squeezed to death by the cat, covering up the tail light. So not only is Tweety Bird going to be on life support, but that tail light right there is also going to be on life support. Pennzoil number one, Chevrolet with the black stripe, the silver little spoiler pins. And I love how these cars used to have unique shaped spoilers, but because of the way NASCAR race cars are built today, this would never happen. You would never see this again with the unique spoilers, which is unfortunate. Monte Carlo 400 Looney Tunes right there, number one. And I was about to say Steve Parks' name on the windshield banners, but there are no windshield banners because this is a classic. So, for the paint scheme review, here's what we're going to do. Bam! So, we're going to look at that later. Ooh, can't wait to get into that. That's going to be fun. Here is, it's sprayed. Oh, wow, even the Pennzoil. Wow, under the hood they have decals. That's beautiful right there. Pennzoil right there underneath the hood. So we have it sprayed yellow, and it's a metallic yellow. It's a very bright metallic yellow. I really like that about this car. So it also has a little white gradient effect going across the nose and all around this paint scheme. So not only does it go around the nose, it goes around the side, to the back bumper, pretty much all across the sides of the car. So I really like that about it. It looks really cool with the yellow and the gradient. The number color, this is how a NASCAR number 1 should look. I mean, look at that. That's how the 1 should look. Nice shadow effect. White with a white outline, red number fill in. With the black number fill in. And that awesome, sharp number 1 font. And thankfully, Ross Chastain has a one that looks like this. Pretty similar, or just a little bit different. But I really like this number 1 style. I really love this type of number 1. It is just a nostalgic looking font. This is what you think of when you think of a NASCAR with the stock car with the number 1. Just iconic. I'd love for Kurt Busch to have had that, but of course he never did. It's got that darkish reddish color to it, which is interesting. As you can see, as I move this thing around, you can definitely tell this is a metallic yellow. Time to get into and there's Tweety Bird right there with the hammer on the little nest right there. So the other side, you had the little cat character that was on the hood. He's tiptoeing down the side of the car. It looks like some sneaky suspicions. I mean, look at the smirk on this guy's face. You don't really know what this guy's going to be up to. So I definitely, if I'm the spotter, I want to know where this driver is. But I'd also be keeping an eye on that cat right there. So definitely keep an eye on him. He might go and steal some Nutter Butter from the next to the rear quarter window right there. And probably drink the Coke that's on the B pillar right there. So you better keep an eye on him. And who knows, he'll probably be having some Winston products right there. So you better keep an eye on him. So there it is. That part of it is funny right there, squeezing him to death. And it's just absolutely, I love these cars, man. It's like there's a story. You could see a story's being told. I mean, with the way these characters are placed on the car. This is how you do it right, folks. You don't have to go crazy, but I mean, this one they really go crazy with it, like they did with the Jimmy Johnson and the Jeff Gordon. But these are really, I love these character cards when you can get them. I mean, he's gonna slam that hammer down, so you better be careful. Be careful if you're the number 1 right there. If I'm these contingency sponsors, if I'm any sponsor on this side of the car, I am making sure I don't get slammed by that hammer right there. So, because he looks like he's gonna smash some things. You know, sometimes I do get a little hungry to smash some things sometimes. But love it how they have the Tweety Bird right there and the cat right there pointing to the Chevy logo. I mean, I love this. I absolutely love this. Like, this is so awesome. The yellow, I really like this. And of course, how can we have a DEI review without pointing out the DEI stripes? Iconic DEI. It's got the thick stripe, the thinner stripe, and the thinnest stripe, wrapping from the nose all the way around to the back, where it just has the thick stripe. Pennzoil, man. Very bold. I love this Steve Park diecast. Steve Park was a really cool driver when he was in NASCAR. So there it is. There's the 360 of the body itself, and including underneath the hood. These are like mini 124s, man. I love these. I'm going to see if I can get some more of these reviewed on the channel. Because these classic diecasts, they're really one of a kind. I love these cars. So there's that. And of course, here is the engine, the roll cage, and the fuel cell. I'm going to give you guys a brief look at this, as you're going to see a lot more of these on the channel. Look at that engine detail. It got the intercooler and all that. I really like these. Rubber tires with the black with the red lip wheels. I love these rubber tires, man. These things are sweet rollers right here. You can see the inside of the car, as you can tell. That I'm also going to show you guys the shifter, the steering wheel, the pedals, the speedometers, and all that. The piping and the tubing. And of course, the fuel cell. And this is where this thing would attach to the American ethanol hole, which would be on the side right here. So this would attach to that right there. You can get the camera to focus on that. You guys can see that. And a little silver hole would line up with that. Goodyear number 1. Nostalgia to see that. These things should have always been Goodyear number 1. And of course, the metal chassis. So all this up here, it feels like plastic and rubber, but the bottom is metal. These are how NASCAR diecasts should be made for a cheap price, because it was back then. I'm pretty sure this was $15 though, but people bought it or selling it for less now. Wonder how much a car like this would have cost back in the day. I'm really interested in that. But I got it for way cheaper than that. In fact, I got it for free from my parents' collection. That they had a bunch of these diecasts and they're going to pass down to me. And this was one of them. Pretty interesting stuff I found in there, I shall say. So, there it is. There's the body going back on. And there's nothing to snap the body back on. So, it's not broken. That's just the way it was made. But very, very cool diecast. So, Here's a 360 with all of its parts together. You can see. I love this. This is such a beautiful car, man. Metallic yellow. It's a Monte Carlo 400 car with the characters on it. I mean, these are such awesome die-cast, these cars. So there it is. That has been the review of Steve Parks' 2001 Monte Carlo 400 Pennzoil character car with Steve Park and DEI. Man, I love this car. So if you guys want to see more of these classic die-casts, I have a bunch that I can review, so you guys are in luck. And this is the first one. So every once in a while, we're going to do a classic review, and this is the first one for the channel. Makes sense, number one. First classic die-cast review to be reviewed in this style for the 9446 network. Thank you guys for checking this one out. Comment, like, and subscribe to see some more NASCAR die-cast reviews and other types of videos. Whatever Philip puts out there, you know, all kinds of stuff that we can put out here for you guys. So thank you guys for checking this out. This is 9446 Network. Signing off. And always remember to make sure you know what you're doing when you're putting decals in your die-casts. And oh, by the way, you're going to want to keep an eye on what this cat on the side of the car is also doing. Make sure he knows what he's doing on the side of the car, because I kind of feel like he's going to do something suspicious, and I have no idea what it's going to be.